What's up, everybody? Slow Boot Productions here, bringing you the 5th annual Weapons of Grass Destruction at the one and only Trace Gold over in Tupelo, Mississippi. Tailor Holley here with the one and only Andy Burns. Andy, bring us up to speed on what we had from round one.
Yeah, so here you see the leaderboard. Matty O jumping out to 500, which is a great round at this course. Anything under par is pretty phenomenal, as you could ask any of these players. But yeah, so round one we saw a lot of wind, a lot of money in the wind jar, and then we saw just a lot of kind of grinding to keep your disc in the fairway, just to come out with a decent score on every hole.
Yep, which I think is what this course is, right? It's just, again, we talked about the first round, you got to get pars and smart pars when you can. If you get a birdie opportunity, that's great. But hole one is a prime example of that. 306 feet, super low ceiling, uphill, and finishes right. Very hard hole to attack in general. I don't want to make a big mistake off the tee and look at taking a 4. So you're going to see a lot of 3s here. Matt changing, I think, if I remember correctly, from what he did first round and throwing the backhand roller. Great adjustment, parking the basket. Beautiful shot.
He may have done that. I don't remember.
He may have. I can't remember. There were a couple rollers first round, but
yeah, it wasn't that good though.
No.
If he did.
Nobody had it that good.
Yeah, I think this play that you see here from Josh, which was a good shot as well, is probably the safest bet. If you got the forehand in your bag or in your game arsenal, you can just blow out of the hand again.
Yep. You're right with that forehand. I mean, because at the worst, right? I mean, obviously the worst is you leave it high and it hits a tree, but as long as you keep it low, you're going to finish towards the right at the basket. Even if you're down on the bottom of the hill, you finish up a little bit instead of a potential roll down the hill. So as you saw Jacob there, a little short of the basket, but got the little baby finish up towards the basket. So Cam just fluffing it just a little.
That was like shot for shot the exact same from round one. I remember that now, because for a second I was like, wait, is this the same camera film? But no.
Were you worried that you made an editing mistake?
I might have been for a second. Yeah, I was like, oh no. Good start there from Josh, yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see here. Andy, you talked about round one, very big emphasis on the wind. And guys having to make wind adjustments, and obviously you saw the scoring accordingly. Doesn't quite so far seem to be as windy as the first round, so should allow for a little better scoring, as you see here on the first hole.
Yeah, and kind of going off that a little bit more, I think for those who have played the course or know the course pretty well, I do think the wind picks up once you get to hole 6 and 7, once the water really comes into play. I guess we still got some good bit of trees kind of blocking it, but hole 2, pretty open shot for the most part. You're going to take a big wide hyzer. I didn't see anything else from really any other players, so you just want to really push it the distance before you start to fade back in, or else you're going to get caught from those trees.
Yeah, and looking like from the little flags at the front of the box, got a little right to left here, so going to be key for these guys to keep the disc pretty low. I don't want to get anything up in the air that's going to drag right to left real hard. So, but like you said, very, very key to push as much as you can. Obviously, big risk reward hole. That should finish really nice. Very good shot there from Josh. Ooh, wow.
That actually,
man, that OB comes in tight.
Got pretty close to it, yeah. There it is. That's that soft. But yeah, I guess it goes both ways. I mean, you push really far to get past that group of trees in front of the basket, but you push too hard, and that narrowing OB at the end is pretty tight. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
And I think what you saw from the last 3 guys there, I think obviously Josh got a little more skip, but was coming in, if you can, more on that hyzer instead of as flat, so your skip right to left is not as much. And Matt with a slight nose down, just did not quite get the height on that putt that he needed there. Yeah, one of my least favorite putts, Anheuser around a tree. What is happening in the background?
I think he found his new theme song.
Yeah, I think so.
That is
Go pay the lady to follow you around all day.
Seriously, that is a fishing tournament, something going on with a. Look, you give somebody a microphone and let them go wild.
Hey, only win in Mississippi. Man, and she is excited over there, boy.
Sounded like she was doing that for the putt.
Yeah. Wow. All right, so Cam getting a birdie to get to go to 1 under for the round. Jacob with the hot start, 2 under through 2 holes, moving us on to hole 3. Par 4, 593 feet. There you see it playing as the easiest hole of the day. Big change from the first round where I think it was playing somewhere in the range of like the 4th to 6th hardest hole of the day or something. So guy's gonna be playing a big flex shot out over this road. Road playing as a creek. Can land on the left and be safe. You don't want to be there, but you can be. And then once you've landed in the fairway, your second shot is gonna be downhill, finishing over the OB road with OB water behind. Gonna be looking for a little delicate ground play here. Got some leads and some dirt, so probably want to land it short and slide it into the basket.
Yeah, do everything Taylor just said.
And make it an easy hole?
Yeah. Jacob going with that turnover that most people throw here.
Just finished a little left.
Oh, okay.
I think it just panned out.
I saw it
on
get to
a
that
little bit.
tree and yeah, kind of lost it. Cam doing it, but looks like he definitely got over on that one, so.
Good shot. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, that's advanced down the fairway a good bit, so.
Yeah, hope he's got some hot dogs, though.
Yeah. Somebody call and get him some dogs.
Yep, some charcoal and fire up the grill, baby. Matt getting almost too far down there.
Sheesh. Beautiful shot.
Uh-oh. That came out of the hand early, and that is going to be trouble.
Got a little tree action pretty quickly off the bat.
Got ourselves a sprinter.
Is that a Nate Perkins sighting? Run into the van?
Yikes.
Yeah, so Josh not where you want to be, but it looks like he's made a good move on it. Maybe a little short.
Maybe.
I guess. Catch cam didn't grab it, so. But yeah, Jacob actually in, oh yeah, pretty good position, even though he kind of released a little early on the turnover.
Yeah, got enough up the fairway to allow him to not have to do too much with that shot. Matt in prime position for that upshot, and Cam again hanging out with the grill. Should be just a little maybe mid-range or stable putter upshot. Unfortunately caught that early guardian tree, so gonna have a little work left on a downhill putt to snag the 3. Oh baby, that was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, and you got to expect to see some really good scores here, knowing that it's the easiest of the day. Good putt there from Cam.
Yep.
And that does make sense. I mean, you're going to see a lot of these holes that came in at the top of the handicap list play at least a little bit easier. I'm sure some of your holes are going to still be very tough just because they're tough holes, but players make adjustments, all the above. So.
Yeah, about to say with the slightly better wind so far in the round, and again, like you said, any player adjustments for sure after the first round.
But yeah, I noticed that too. There's usually some wind on this hole, so it doesn't seem to be anything too crazy.
And I'm sure we'll see it, like you said, when the holes open up.
They're like the red blood cells of our economy. Those truck drivers are making sure that the machine that is American industry keeps turning over.
We couldn't do what we do without our truck drivers. They're every bit as important to us as our customers.
They treat you like family over here. That's the key. Treat you like family.
Most people would just like to, know that they feel wanted, feel needed, feel what they did was a good job. And with Jones, I get that sense of appreciation. It makes you want to go out there the next day and do as good or not better.
It's exciting to go out and find those people and know that they want to be a part of our team. To me, tells us that they recognize we have something special going on, that they want to be a part of it.
You all want a good job, good benefits, come to Jones.
All right, so here we got hole 4, 507 feet, par 4, second one of the day, back to back. This one's coming in 4.17, so it's right there in the middle of the pack. Once again, tee shot's got to be very important. You want to land it in a specific area so that you can attack the second half of the fairway. As you can see, it stays narrow, goes to this incline, just all the way to the basket. So really, just precision is probably the key here.
Yeah, if it doesn't say a lot about this course, Andy, for a hole to be the 12th easiest hole on the round, but be playing a tenth, almost 2/10 of a stroke over par, that just tells you something. So again, birdie's coming at a premium. Like you said here, landing in the fairway is crucial to even have a chance to get the birdie here, and being in the correct side of the fairway.
Yeah, and that right there was ideal. Fantastic.
And that as well. I love when Matt peers one. If you pay attention, his hand when it comes to the back, it's got like a little delicate fingered out. Yeah, and I'll tell you something about this course that I love is that, like, yes, there are holes that are advantage for power players, but holes like this are advantage for accurate players, right? So it's a really good balance because you got to be able to, you need an arm, but you can get away with not having a big arm in this course if you can hit your fairways, because there's just holes like this that is such a premium to hit a fairway. And Jacob, I think, finished a little early right on that hill. Probably an easy pitch up for the par, but definitely going to take out any birdie chance. Yikes.
Yeah, and that curve right there, if you're on the right side off of your drive, it's just so tight to advance it up the hill.
Beautifully played.
Yeah.
And I guess that was a little flippy of a disc, because you saw Matt, that disc came out on a hyzer, but he knew he needed it to flip straight to carry to the basket, and it continued to do so all the way up. Ooh.
Yeah, Cam really not taking advantage of that drive. I have full confidence in his putting abilities, but I mean, you want to be where Matt was.
Good commitment on the pitch out there.
Yeah, just finding a gap and getting as close to the basket as you can.
Yeah, and big putt for Jacob here. Playing solid early in the round, but definitely don't want to take the bogey. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful putt. Great scramble par there. I mean, a little off the fairway on the tee, a little off the fairway on the upshot. Left it way short because that's all he had, and found a way to make a good putt.
Good putt there. Did he get 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so big start, huge par there. You don't want to really just give one back.
Yeah.
So. There you go. So Josh, unfortunately, taking the 5, limiting it to just a bogey, which is very doable. It keeps you in the hunt. So take us to hole 5 here.
Yep, another par 4, 424 feet, downhill, dogleg, right to left. Again, prime placement on the tee shot here because you're going to finish slightly right, just out of the end gate. So need to get as far left as you can off the tee, but also pressing, onto that left edge on the fairway. So second shot, one of the harder shots on the course, I would say, just based on where you're going to be off the tee. So be looking for maybe even some mid-ranges just to make sure these guys get in the right spot on this fairway. Oh my gosh, and Cam just snuck that corner.
Yeah, he's gonna have just enough to pull out a forehand probably from there. That is prime position.
Yeah, textbook.
Pole position.
Pole position. Just a little early. I like the color scheme. Well, I know we're always about fashion over here, but the color scheme on Jacob's shirt, I love that white with the baby blue.
Good looking shot.
Oh, that's fine.
Maybe a good little tree there.
You're right. It may have went all the way down to the woods on the left, so maybe fortunate. And this is one of those shots, Andy, where I feel like on a course like this, again with strokes being a premium, it's just like get in the fairway. Don't do anything else dumb. Don't worry about trying to do anything too big.
Yeah, like he knows that decision. He's about to be up again, but get yourself out there in the open.
Oh, that needs to finish.
Not quite.
Yep. Shot's tough, man. Because you've got water out to the left, so if you roll something over, you're going to be really easy to finish early right here. So distance has to be on point.
It's a small gap, too.
Oh, my gosh. That almost flashed the basket.
Yes, it did.
Jeez.
Yeah, he'll be right there inside the circle backside, so.
Funny little angle there that Cam had to work with. Huh. Unfortunate to be right up next to this tree, I think, really took away the ability to be super aggressive there.
Look at this position here.
Oh my gosh. No, almost went in. But yeah, you got to feel like you got to be in attack mode, right? If you threw that good a drive.
I mean, playing hole 4 and 5 like that, Matt was 1-2 at the basket both times. Good run there from Cam. But you know he's got to be feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
Going into some big boy holes.
Feeling good. Like he should. It's fine. Makeable putt. This will be for the 5. But again, like you said, if you get off your bad holes with just bogeys, you can manage out here. You just can't take big numbers. Because I would say it's probably almost near impossible to get off of this course without a bogey.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a bogey if you're around is just silly.
Yeah, actually, some of the talk, I don't remember which round it was. As Matt, just great putt, good bird. Between Matt, Cam, just some of the players, this is one of those courses where if you've never had a 2-less round, it could happen here.
Yeah.
There was multiple rounds where some of these guys only had like a single 2. And it's just like some of those things you just don't think about, but you get to a course like this, and it's a very big possibility.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these open guys are just used to birdieing a lot of stuff on a course, and you can definitely work your way through this course and not have many of those, especially 2s because the par 3s are limited here, and they're tough.
Yeah, so here's hole 6. You got water both sides. The levee hole, as Clayton called it. 575 feet. Playing as 13th handicap, so not the hardest relative to par, but that doesn't mean it's not difficult. So if you don't have the distance off of your drive, you're not going to get past this corner where you can see the water come to an end. But as long as you're safe, you don't have much to worry about unless you just really throw one across the line or into the road. But you have that slope there, as you can see in front of the basket, kind of a safety net. Just kind of put one into the ground.
That's trouble. Yep.
And something to note on the wind, it was a hard right to left day 1. I'm not sure that it was that today.
Golly. Might be OB as well. Yep. It's tough, man. I mean, that corner, I don't know. I haven't played the course, but it looks like the way these guys are throwing, it's got to be all of like 480 or something to beat that corner. So really tough. Josh having a primo shot there.
Yeah, that is terrific. Yeah, it's a pump.
Yeah. Uh-oh, that needs to hold. Oh, yeah, it did. Wow. Came out beautifully, and that is an absolute smash.
Yes, it is.
Jeez. Wow.
575 to the pin. He can't have.
Maybe that corner's not 480, but guys were looking like it was a long, long way to get around it.
He can't have but about I guess he's about 100 out.
Great shot there from Matt.
Oh, yeah. And it just stuck there.
And we talked about this the first round. The good thing with this hole is, like you said, once you get off the tee, you know, even if you do go OB, I think why a lot of these guys continue to try to push the corners, because if you go OB, this is the upshot you have, which is a fairly simple upshot. And you can take the 4, take your par, and move off the hole. So. Very nice.
Yeah, as if they want to make the course harder. Move the tee up just a little bit, make it a par 3.
Settle in there. Oh, very nice shot. So 4 great approaches to this basket. Should be pretty informal putts to finish out the hole. Jacob and Josh should come away with birdies, and Matt and Cam going to take pars.
Yeah, and you can hear the wind starting to pick up. You can see it. But you can't see the wind. You see the effect of the wind.
If you can see it, Andy, you're doing something that no one else has ever done before. It'd be quite impressive.
As Matt sneaks that one in. But yeah, so it's definitely picking up. Something to take a note of, because you got some big shots that are definitely affected by it.
Yeah, I mean, if you got your pen and your paper out at home, for sure should take the note down. Coming from teacher Andy Burns here. So there you have it. Yep, couple birdies, couple pars. The reason why the hole is playing a little easy, just hard to get the bogey there if you got a good approach shot. So moving us on to hole 7, first par 5 of the round, I do believe, at 1,055 feet. Kind of a 3-tier hole here, I guess you would call it. You got a first landing area, then you want to land in another little kind of peninsula, and then another one up by the basket. So the more aggressive you choose to be off the tee, the better chance you have of getting your birdie here. Obviously, if you end up having to play back and play safe, you're going to be looking for a par at best. But the hardest hole on the day, playing an entire stroke and some change over par. So I'm assuming we're going to see a little wind here. Like you said, Andy, it picked up a little there on that last hole. But just tough in general. I mean, every shot is demanding, has to be the right angle, right height, and the right judge of distance.
Yeah, and just to add to that, just the overall difficulty of the shot that you have to make without wind is difficult in itself. But yeah, the wind picked up. And Josh was safe there. Looks like Jacob will be too. But you don't see too many people going for that next tier, which is, if you can get there, I mean, really set yourself up for an advantage.
Yeah, I think these guys are showing you too, they did not feel comfortable in the wind here. So definitely playing smart, safe shots, which is just forehand something really stable out over the OB line, challenge it, land in the fairway area, and move to the second shot.
Yeah, and right off the bat, we notice a difference between round 1 and round 2. 4 safe shots. They were all forehands. Round 1, there were some backhands. Went out of bounds.
This looks pretty good here. Very nice shot, especially having to navigate the tee sign. A little slip there in Matt's walk up. I think he's going to get away with it though. Yep.
Not by much.
But you could tell, I mean, when he stepped into that off his first step, he had a little slip, and it caused that disc to come out just a little early. Boop.
It's like playing who can get closest to the road without touching it.
Yeah. Sit down. Sit down.
Wow.
Hey, you're right. They did play that. I think Jacob wins.
He did win.
Oh, my. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And Matt choosing to play uber safe.
Makes it a 4-tier hole. But yeah, I mean, left side right there in that second landing spot, if you push the road and you land in front of that tree, it's nearly impossible to get that big hyzer over the water.
Yeah, I was saying he would have had to go super wide around the tree. Absolutely fantastic shot there from Josh.
Yes.
Flattened that disc out into the wind, but trusted the stability to finish left. And here, I guess we're going to see this. This was the shot that Matt kind of had.
Yeah.
Very nice. Couldn't quite see exactly how close he got to the basket, but definitely cleared the water.
Yeah, it looked like it came up a little short. And Jacob just sticks it right there on the side of the... One more foot, and he's out of bounds.
Crashing in. Very nice shot from Matt. And I think he played the hole smart from where he was, right? Did not feel comfortable throwing that shot, and that is, the sign of a mentally strong player. He's like, I don't feel safe here. It's okay, let me give up this shot to a couple guys in the field, knowing that most everybody else is probably going to take the same par that he was going to take. So very nice putt.
Jacob's getting that putt going. It looks really nice.
It's 4 birdies already through the first 7 holes, I believe.
Yeah, he's coming on strong in the second round.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's one Josh is going to want back. He played the whole, nearly textbook till then.
Yep. Unfortunate. Yeah, and that's one of those things where it's like Matt's going to get a par, Josh's going to get a par, but Josh's par feels way worse than Matt's, right?
Yeah.
So great birdie there for Jacob, moving up to within 3 of Matt, getting a stroke on that hole, moving us on to hole 8. Andy?
Yeah, so this one coming in as the 3rd hardest hole of this round, which I think is a pretty big step up from last round. I think it was one of the easier holes. Probably playing difficult because for the most part righties are going to take this hyzer over the water. So if there is a headwind, which I believe it is during this round, you got to throw something that you know is going to get there but fade back into the green stuff. So it's just a difficult shot, especially adding the wind as a factor, and that's all there is to it.
Yep. Yeah, this is one of those holes where just knowing my game personally, I'm playing for a 3 off the tee box, not even trying, just landing left of the basket and playing safe. And that is on a very good line. Oh no, wind bump, no. Oh wow, I thought that was on a great line and then it just air bounced down.
It really did. Fortunately, it looked like it hit the
bank there. And this is going to need to sit. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, there is some OB over there to the line right there, yeah.
It's a nice shot.
A safe, aggressive play.
I think pin high, circle's edge is about as good as you're willing to
do it.
Ooh. It's a risky putt.
Yeah. Oh.
Golly.
2 really good runs from that distance. And you're right. I mean, Jacob is all around the basket right now. There it is. Good birdie.
Yeah. That gets one on lots of the field. Yeah, so Josh did hit the bank. Really would like to put this one in, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah, and as you can see there, unfortunately, the bank is kind of
wonky.
Wonky is a great choice of words, Andy. I was searching and you just
Willy wonky.
Oh, You know, some guys are good, some guys are lucky, and some guys are good and lucky, and yeah.
He
that's all
sure
I
is
gotta say
good,
about
but
that.
he sure is lucky.
Yeah, good birdie there from Cam, getting a stroke on a lot of people there, if not multiple strokes on people.
Yeah, so here you go, hole 9, ending this front 9 of round 2, 369 feet, coming in at the 10th hardest hole, so it is right in the middle of the pack, but still averaging over par, so still difficult. You got OB in the road, OB to the right, there's a line the whole way down. I think the difficulty here is just getting to the basket. It's not that far, but for some reason, just that extra little landing distance kind of sneaks up on people.
Lay down. Lay down. Ooh, man, I cannot quite tell. That is
I can't either. It's so bright.
close.
I think it was out of bounds. Though.
Yeah, and power forehand game, big advantage here, because you're right, having to go righty backhand around that tree and have any chance to get back to the basket, super tough. And as you can see there, even the grass,
Yeah, just
really kind of grabby.
completely grabbed it. Good shot. It still looks like he'll be outside of the circle. Jeez, that's a flippy disc.
Wow, and way short. Yeah, it is a long 369 feet. Yeah, and as you see there, Cam was out of bounds. So going to be taking the drop in 4. Carry. Oh, man. Good run.
One of those putts downhill with the wind in your face, kind of questioning how much it's going to pick up or not.
Yeah, and you know, I don't think necessarily in that putt it's in his mind, but there is OB back there behind the basket, and you worry about, you know, a kick up roll or anything like that. So 0 birdies.
Yeah,
On the lead card.
makes it a little more understandable how it became one of the harder holes. Well,
Right in the middle.
compared
So,
to yeah. I think last round it was the easiest hole actually.
I don't know.
One of at least.
Yep, there you go. So front 9, Matt and Jacob both having really good starts. You know, Josh and Cam right there behind it. Obviously, we got a lot of golf left to play, and of course, the scores can go either way in a hurry. So
Yeah. If Matt can keep that up, just the way he's playing is so solid.
Yep.
It's just gonna be hard to catch. Stay tuned for the back 9 coming your way very soon.
yeah,
As always, appreciate you guys.
thanks. Later.